Welcome to Ear Biscuits, the podcast where two lifelong friends talk about life for a long time. I'm Rhett.
And I'm Link. This week at the round table of dim lighting, we're phoning it in again. It's all coming to a little whimper. It's Ear Biscuits just whimpering into its hiatus. Look at us. I think if I undersell it,
I don't know.
People will be glad
I think
that it's ending.
I believe that what you just said is upsetting to most people.
I know, but it's a joke because I said it last.
know, but it's a
I said it last week, and then I'm like, that was a good episode, man. Last week's episode was such.
Because you set the bar so low at the beginning.
Such a good episode, and I was like, I'm gonna do that again this
Okay,
week. I'm gonna say I'm phoning it in again. We can't phone it in. We care too much about you listening, and we want to make it special. Because hey, this is the ending
reversal of course
for an indefinite period, and we need you here for it, and we don't need you complaining about how we got senioritis, ear biscuititis. I can tell they don't care anymore about it.
I haven't seen that. Have you seen that?
In a way it would be, but no, I haven't seen that because they can't tell that we don't care about it because we don't not care about it. The last thing we want to do is keep doing it until we don't care about it.
So who are you talking to?
We resent it.
I feel like you're having a conversation in your head because you just said,
I'm using
don't
my mouth.
complain about us getting senioritis. And I'm like, okay, either this has happened or you anticipate it happen. And you're like, well, no. Well, then why did you bring it up? It's like Mr. Hypothetical over here.
Yeah.
Mr. Hypothetical that's not even happening.
I don't think, by the way, I've ever been Mr. Hypothetical. I don't like to think of hypotheticals. I'm an in the moment guy.
Well, you've really been hypothetical
in this moment
since we started.
No. In this moment, I'm dialing it in. I'm reeling it back from dialing it in to giving it my all.
Isn't it funny that you dial in and phone in, which sounds like it could be the same thing, but they're very different?
And dialing it back.
So dialing in.
I'm dialing back, phoning it in because I'm dialing it in today.
So phoning it in makes sense because you're like, I'm just going to make a phone call. Basically, phoning it in is is work from home. That's what that's what work from home is now, right?
Yeah.
Phoning it in.
But it kind of means something different now.
But what is dialing it in? Like literally, what is that from?
Like fine tuning.
Dialing it in, like focusing.
Like you remember how radios, Rhett, used to work when there'd be the stick that would move and you would use the circle to move the stick?
Right. I think that's the question I'm asking. Is it the radio or is it like an engineer on a pan? It's got to be the radio. Dial it in, like really.
Yeah, to get it in perfectly.
The right frequency.
Without any static. No static at all.
I remember when we first got a car radio that had the stations and it wasn't an analog dial. I didn't trust it.
You didn't trust it?
I was like, hold on.
You talking about a digital display?
Yeah, because that's how it worked. Like it wouldn't let you, the digital display made you land on a certain number. It was like a 0.1, 0.3, 0.5, 0.7, 0.9, right?
Yeah.
Whereas back in the day on my little Toshiba, which I recently watched a movie and they had the same jam box, the Toshiba jam box that I had in there. But that had a silver dial like this. And I guarantee you, I got to like 94.6. You couldn't get to 94.6 on.
Oh, yeah. 94.7 was the country station.
So are you telling me that 94.6
was nothing?
Can't have anything?
It had nothing.
But I could get there.
Yeah, you got there, but it was 99.7 light.
Think about those times when you got into a double station.
That was sweet, man.
Where you could go between country and rock.
It's like mix.
That's how country rock got invented.
Analog.
Somebody
got
got stuck between two.
They dialed it out,
and they were like, "I feel like there's a little bit of that, a little bit of this. I like both of them."
If you phone in, dialing it in, then you get a hybrid.
That's how country rap happened as well.
Yep, that's exactly right.
That's how rap got in the country. Everybody wonders, and it was a little boy one time. Somewhere, it could have been a little girl.
Yep.
Somewhere they were on a 0.8, 0.6, 0.4, 0.2.
98 point.
between a rap station and a country station. And then they had an epiphany. And that little boy was, now I'm trying to name a country artist who raps. Who's the first one who started doing that?
The first country rap?
The first country rap. The first country artist who rapped in a song that would be like on country radio. They've been doing those trap
I wouldn't
beats
know
for a
that.
while.
I wouldn't know, because the Florida Georgia Line guys, they did bro country, but it wasn't, they didn't start out rapping. And it had to have been before Morgan Wallen, but I really don't know. You know, we both kind of out of it.
Bellamy Brothers. 1987 song, country rap.
Yep.
Are you serious?
The
1987?
Bellamy Brothers did it?
Country rap? Is the name of the song? What?
Colt Ford is recognized as a pioneer of the modern country rap genre.
That little boy was Colt Ford.
Little boy was Colt Ford. And his uncles were the Bellamy Brothers.
Colt Ford is the most country name ever. It's a gun and a truck.
Yeah.
It's like, that is the best name I've ever heard.
His middle name needs to be, you know, a whiskey.
Colt Jack Ford.
Colt Wild Turkey. Colt Wild Turkey Ford.
Wow. We learned something today.
Remington.
Well, we already have the Colt.
Remington
We already have the Colt.
Moonshine.
I feel like
Chevy.
it needs to be one syllable. I think
Remington
Colt Jack
Moonshine
Ford.
Chevy.
I think Colt Jack Ford worked because it's
Colt Jack Ford.
three
Yep.
words. They're all four letters, one syllable.
You were talking about something, and I was thinking, I was thinking about
a hypothetical?
the radio presets that worked in your car on the dial. And the buttons were really long. It's like a long, if a nipple is real long, it's like, oh, that's a long nipple. That nipple really comes out. That's how the preset buttons were on the radios. And you'd push it, and it had a good amount of travel. You could push the nipple back in. And when you pushed it in, it was really hard to push, and there was a lot of resistance. And then all of a sudden, prop, it would go in, and then it would mechanically move the stick.
This is an old radio.
And it would skip it a long ways. If you were on the far left and you did the far right button, you'd have to drag that stick or push it all the way over. And you could feel the mechanics of it working. I miss that feeling. I need that feeling in my life again.
Those were the ones before the digital display.
Oh yeah, my granddad, my papa had a Ford, and it had an 8-track player in it, and it had these buttons for the radio. Presets on the radio, so you're not sitting there driving down the road trying to dial it in.
Yeah.
But when you hit that button, you would still have to do a little dialing it in.
But you had to dial it in to get the preset. So you had to find it first and know that you had found it for real.
And I think the way you set it was, when you put it where you want it, you would pull the button out further.
Because there's like springs back there.
It didn't feel like springs, but yeah, there had been something
I mean, it
like spring.
it was sophisticated for sure.
You never had one of those in your dad's Buick?
I mean, maybe my dad's Oldsmobile Cutlass. He had a Cutlass Supreme. Yeah. The Burrito Supreme of cars.
Right.
It probably did. I just don't remember. I remember the speedometer was completely horizontal, and it had, like, if you were to take the cover off, it would have just had a dial that went like this.
A big radius on that
But
dial.
it was a black display with an orange needle that the thing that you could see was a slit.
Yeah.
And it had,
It was so wide, right?
and it had created the speed, the MPH on there in a way that took into account the fact that it was a dial turning underneath. So when you were going like 80, the dial was like this. And the literal little ticks on it, on the Cutlass Supreme thing, went like this. I know I'm not maybe...
They got bigger apart the further.
Further apart, and they slanted.
Yeah.
Well, not this, because it didn't have negative. It was one direction. It didn't have negative MPH.
The faster you went, the bigger the gaps were in the...
It was like somebody was like, we want this to be a horizontal linear display, but we it's a dial in there.
It's like making a damn Swiss watch for a Buick dashboard.
And then Mom and
cool.
Mom and Elle got a new car, and it had the speedometer was a digital display, and it was a really big number that changed.
Oh.
And I was like, how in the hell is this thing happening?
But I bet she still had the analog.
Nothing. No. It was just a digital display.
Oh.
And I would sit in her car and just look at the numbers as she drove. I can't believe there's numbers changing, like magically changing in front of my face inside of a car. Just like looking at it and being like, whoa, 65, now it's 49.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's just a number. It's not a dial, it's just a number. I mean, that was how we were entertained. We sound like such old farts right now, but I just going to keep going with this.
We were entertained by the feel of the buttons and
Because the next thing that happened to me later in life was I saw an Encyclopedia Britannica commercial.
I don't know what you're going to say. With a CD-ROM.
They had a CD-ROM, and I saw video of like a cheetah on the screen moving on a computer screen. And I was like, had to hold on to the table. I was like, what? A computer can be like a TV?
A little TV. It was a little TV screen floating on the computer.
Yeah, but
from the encyclopedia disc.
But I want you to understand how I thought about this for a very long time. I saw that commercial, and then I would wait for the commercial to come back on. I'd be like, there's
no way I got it right.
There's a way, because meanwhile, I'm at school in Miss Everhart's class on a computer that is a black screen with green text.
Floppy disk.
And that's it. That's all you got. It was an Apple. And maybe sometimes it was an orange text.
I don't even think so.
But there was no color, and it was all just it was just text displays, right? And maybe there would be like a Oregon Trail that created some kind of thing, but like that was
they had very rudimentary graphics.
And to think that
not
it could
a cheetah running.
A cheetah running?
And like a 320 by 320 pixel display?
I thought about it for so long. And
you never knew a cheetah could be that fast.
I concluded it wasn't real.
You did?
I said, I think it's something they did for TV. I think it's like an effect.
It bothered you so much you had to write it off.
I was like,
you had to convince yourself
I don't think it can be real.
It was a lie.
I think that if you got a video screen on a computer, it's something they did in editing. And I wouldn't have known the word editing or the word effects or anything. I just thought it was like a trick. It was a movie magic. Movie trick.
Because if it was true, your life couldn't have handled it. There was no place in your life for that reality at that point.
Yeah, I just couldn't. And I never, ever experienced it until maybe college.
What do you
Video on a computer screen. I don't know if we had that at Trent's house. I didn't have a computer at the house.
I don't think we had that at Trent's house.
I mean, my parents didn't get a computer at their house until 10 years ago?
Yeah, why would they? Just keep upgrading your television.
You know?
Your dad's got a tablet now, right? Even Christy's dad has a tablet now. He's had a tablet for like 4 years.
When you say tablet, you mean iPad?
He calls it a tablet, and I think it's not an iPad.
I don't think my dad has a tablet.
I think it's another type of tablet.
I think he just has an iPhone and he has a Mac.
Oh.
Like a desktop.
We did get Christy's parents satellite or cable. We got them more channels last Christmas.
Well, satellite or cable, we need to specify. You buy people satellite in 2025?
I'm pretty sure it's Dish. Dish is a satellite, right?
Yeah, it's a satellite dish.
Yeah.
That's why they call it dish.
There you go. Yeah, we got them that. You're saying it was too late? They had just 5 channels until last year, dude. So yeah, I got them satellite.
Why?
What do you mean? Why? Cable, satellite, the same thing. It's just
no, it's not. Cable is a coaxial cable that comes into your house, and you don't have to have a satellite on your roof.
Yeah, but I think the cable didn't run down their street. They're in the middle of the country.
Okay. Well, you didn't specify that.
Well,
you're saying cable wasn't available. Yeah, satellite makes sense for a lot of people who don't have access to
Dish. Call it Dish.
Dish makes sense for
Anyway, they have
people
Dish.
who don't have that. But it's very frustrating because it goes out. I had Dish in North
goes out.
Carolina. You know, and there's damn trees in my yard. You know, we get these big trees, and I got Dish. And where are you going to put Dish?
I should get him one of those. I should get him a dial. You could dial in the channels. Back to that.
Yeah.
All right, let's have some fun today, you know? We've broken the seal on it. We're fully committed.
We actually got a voicemail from Kevin's dad. Kevin that works here.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And it was very cute. He's just very cute.
All right, let's hear it.
Hey, Rhett Link. It's John Kostelnik from Lancaster, California. I've watched many of your shows and even participated in one, and I love everything you guys have done. Hey, I'm calling about you ending Ear Biscuits soon, and I have to say that I'm more concerned about both of your health. Removing one of your avenues of expression won't be detrimental to the highways of humor that you guys and your team have built. You know, your fans need, no, Christy, Jenny, and your families deserve you to be healthy and strong enough to continue your journey while enjoying your lives. I support your decision, guys, and wish you all the best. Good luck and thanks.
I just thought that was cute.
Are you sure that wasn't Martin Sheen?
Martin Sheen is a lot meaner than that. Martin
Are
Sheen
you
would have
sure that
busted our
wasn't
balls.
sweet Martin Sheen?
That's like,
I'm just
Kevin's
saying,
dad is sweet, the sweetest Martin
the
Sheen.
tone of his voice. I'm
Yeah.
just saying the tone
And
of his voice.
Like the staccato delivery.
Yeah.
Maybe he should take over. Bring Kevin's dad in to take
It's
over.
interesting that he was worried about Mike's wife Jenny, and not my wife Jessie.
He meant Jesse.
No, that's I understand.
He's met. I'm sure he's met Christy and Jesse.
Yeah.
I mean, we met him a couple times. Like you said, he was on at least one episode. But
yeah.
I was at first. I thought he was saying that he said he was concerned about her health, but I thought he was actively concerned about her health. And then I thought he was saying that by stopping the show, it's going to have a negative effect on our health.
But he was saying that he didn't think that he used a very interesting metaphor, and I don't remember what it was, but basically
What was the metaphor that he used?
the streams of humor? or-
Yeah, it was like basically that like the pillars of what you guys do is not going to taking that away. It's still going to work out even without Ear Biscuits.
Okay, good.
Right,
Yeah.
That's good to
Everything's
hear.
going to be okay. And he's still going to have Mythical 24/7.
We know that he watches.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He watches Mythical 24/7.
Yeah.
I also love that he
On
didn't
Dish.
say that he was Kevin's dad. He just said like a regular caller, like, "Hey, this is
Yeah, we know you.
we know who he is."
And also, he reminds us of the proper pronunciation of Kostelnik,
Yes.
Kostelnik.
which we never say properly when we are describing
Kostelnik. Well, I discovered in a meeting that we were like in our monthly company-wide meeting, we started doing this thing. I mean, it's been fraught. I will say this. There's a segment
Yeah.
where we acknowledge how long what people have worked for us. On the month of their hire date, we acknowledge if they've, at a minimum number of 5 years?
I think we started 2.
2? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we can go all the way up
Maybe
to
3.
13.
Maybe we started 3.
I mean, Kevin's probably worked for us for maybe 12 years.
Something like that, yeah.
Anyway, when we would list out their names, we would say the person's first and last name for some reason.
Well, because there's a lot of people with the same name. We have to specify.
There's some people with the same name.
Yeah.
And
And
so
people's last name is part of their name.
And their last name is part of their name.
Yeah.
But for Kevin, I just found myself saying his last name and realizing that over the course of over a decade, I had apparently never said it. And so I stumbled over it and said it wrong.
Well, you said it the way I thought.
But I
it was
said it
supposed
while saying that he's worked here for 12 years. And so in the same breath as celebrating how long he's been here, I perfectly conveyed that I had no clue how to say his last name.
to. Which is why we now refer to everyone by their last name, like Miss Purdy,
That's
you
me.
know, and let's see, Miss
This is
Pittinger.
Pittenger.
Pittinger, see?
Pittinger. Pittinger.
It's not. There's
Pittenger?
no way by looking at it that you could tell that's how it's pronounced.
Okay.
But see,
okay.
that's just a testament to the fact that we never say people's last names. Like, we don't. It's just like I see your last name written all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need to say
And then I'm
that.
just like Pittenger.
That's
but now
a high,
I know it's Pittenger.
It's a high standard to apply to us. So
Have you ever met another Pittenger?
I think
You're
so-
the only Pittenger I've
I
met.
think she probably has family.
No, besides people that you're related to.
So we are the only like people that spell it this way. Like there's other Pittingers that spell it where you could read it as Pittenger. But it's like our only our family, like people related to us have. So I don't have to do any numbers. I'm just like Jamie Pittenger.
Are you
That's
sure it's
so-
not Pittinger?
No, but that
I
would be cool.
like that.
Like Dinger.
I just feel like I'd have to walk around with like a screen with like a cartoon spinning into it.
Yeah, right.
Every time I said it.
Yeah,
But I do like that actually.
Have you guys heard of this? And it's one of those things that was on like Dateline in 2018, but now ends up going viral on TikTok. This is a thing that happens.
Yeah.
Baseball players, minor league baseball players. There's one guy, and his name is something very specific, like Marcus Schrodinger, or like
Okay.
something very specific. And he's like 6'5", 215 pounds, red hair, red beard, wears very specific glasses, like athletic glasses that have like the Kurt Rambis black thing on top and then the no frames on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a pitcher or something minor league. Well, they found another guy who every single thing that I just said applied to him, and they didn't know each other. Same name, same height, same weight, red hair, same glasses, both professional minor league baseball players.
Oh my God.
And it was a Dateline thing where they brought them together, and they were like, you have to be related. And they did a DNA test, and then the first thing that came up was like, they were both 53% Irish.
Okay.
And everybody was like, they are twins. They're long lost twins. And then the next thing was different. And then it was, they're not related at all.
Oh.
So it was wild. And now they're like, I guess they're still in touch.
Acquaintances.
They're like buds at this point. When they took their hat off and took their glasses off, you could tell that they weren't twins.
Oh.
But with the glasses and the hat, the fact that they both did these like neck beard, chin strap thing, the same length, red hair, it was fascinating. And to think, there is somebody out there. Everyone has a doppelganger. And when you're a public figure,
Yeah, but
people point this out all the time, but
not to the extent
not to,
of a baseball.
to that extent.
Yeah, I think it'd be much easier for a minor league baseball player to have a doppelganger than somebody like us, I would hope.
Well, what are you trying to say?
That we're more unique than
This guy's pretty freaking unique.
They fall into certain looks. Like what you described sounded like an Irish descent minor league baseball player.
What it would be like is if there was another internet person who was named Link Neal who looked like you. And I just don't think that could happen because this would have been discovered so long ago.
Yeah.
Like the moment that it was
Right.
about to happen, it would have been discovered and somebody would have
It would have
made a
been
change.
stopped.
Somebody would have made a change.
Someone would have put a stop to it.
But the worst thing that happens is when somebody thinks you have a doppelganger and you're not flattered by that. Like when Justin Long said I looked like the guy from Superman. And then I was like,
ugly guy.
Which guy are you talking
the
about?
ugly
and then when
guy.
we finally found the guy that I looked like. I was like, and then he saw it and he was like, a handsome version of this guy. It's like, oh, thank you. Thank you for that.
All right, hit us with another one.
Hey, this is Caroline. I am an ear biscuiteer from Australia, and I want to say I took a little bit of offense to Rhett assuming that all babies crawling with snakes must be fake. As a python owner who has had pythons for years, since my daughter was a little girl and she was a baby crawling with snakes, a toddler crawling with snakes, a child running around with snakes, some kids like snakes. I think it all actually comes down to just whether the parents are okay with snakes. She saw me holding them, carrying them around, feeding them with no fear, no issue, so she's been fine to do the same. It's not always AI. Thanks. Love you guys.
Okay, I stand corrected.
It's not always AI. Sometimes
It's Australians.
it's
Pretty much.
it's an Australian mom with questionable
Oh,
judgment.
no, you know what? It is always AI because sometimes it's Australian infants. Oh! Hey, listen. Hey, here's the thing. I gotta say, I'm just checking in a little bit on this because we talked about it last time, and I know people are talking about it, but I just feel the need to talk about it because we are in this phase right now, right, where a certain, not insignificant percentage of the videos that are coming up on TikTok and Instagram are AI, and now people are blurring out the Sora logo or they're somehow removing it altogether. And, you know, I'm going to add a big thumbs up to what the top comment is on a lot of these videos, which is "we're cooked." You know,
Yeah.
it's what are we gonna do? Like, what we're gonna look back on this time? Like, we're sitting here talking about analog radios and cars and digital displays and CD-ROMs,
Missing it.
and what are our kids? They're gonna tell their kids. They're gonna be like, "Hey, there was a time in which we would see a video and we would know if it was real or not," right? And they're going to live in a time where they do not have the ability to decipher between anything, right? And again, I'm not saying anything new. Lots of people are talking about this. What is going to happen? I don't understand. I just don't know what's going to happen.
So you're saying the consensus out there is that it's going to blur and you're just not going to know. You don't think that there's going to be a counter movement or regulation like what was suggested on the show, that it should be filtered out? I will say,
Well, I surely believe it should be filtered out, but I'm saying that
you don't think there'll be something that will make it, the news will be that we didn't know the difference, because in the future, our grandkids will know the difference because there's protections in place, and maybe not protections is the right
I
word.
don't know about that.
So you're thinking it's much more likely to be the opposite, which is you just don't know and you accept that it could be, and it doesn't matter.
Well,
to
I
you.
saw another comment and somebody said, AI has ruined my ability to find things cute or interesting because now when I see a video,
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out if it's AI. And I can't be like, this is freaking crazy. This
Yes.
old lady on the front porch with this bear, she's made friends with this bear. And it's just like, no, it's AI.
Right.
But somewhere an old lady made friends with a bear. Somewhere,
And
right?
she's getting screwed by AI.
So
And maybe the bear, as we've stated.
I don't know.
We are anti that.
We're not going to talk about bestiality again. I don't know what I don't know. No, but you're hopeful, right? You're
No,
hopeful
I'm actually
that
not
they're going to be like, AI isn't going to be like these platforms. I think that they obviously TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and everybody. I think YouTube has said that they're not monetizing. You can't monetize AI content, which does disincentivize it. But it's so easy to make AI slop, and people are doing it not for a living, and so I don't think that's going to stop the proliferation of it.
I can say definitively that it has ruined the slice of social media that I started to enjoy.
Well, you know what? Maybe this is the beauty.
It's really frustrating.
Here's the silver lining. You may enjoy TikTok, and so may I, or Instagram Reels or whatever. But enjoy is actually not the right word.
Mm-hmm.
Addicted to it is probably a better word, right? It's like you can enjoy cocaine as well. It's fun to do. Is it good for you? No. So,
Well, we've heard that it's fun to do, but we don't know. We've never done it.
Here's the thing. I think that
And we're not going to do it.
I think here's the thing, that maybe the fact that they are letting AI into the algorithm, for me, I think it has severely cut down on my social media usage, because I'm just like, this isn't fun anymore. At least before, when I was going through absolute like brain rot, I knew that it was all generated by people, and that if it was a real life looking video, then it was coming from someplace on Earth.
Yeah.
But when it's coming from a computer somewhere, now I just feel, it feels like it has collapsed something. It short-circuited something between me and what I'm experiencing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm finding myself not very interested. Now, there's a lot of people who are saying that these real-world experiences, like putting your phone down, having a face-to-face conversation, certain clubs and establishments that are going to require people to turn their phone off or put their phone into some kind of container in order to have an interaction, that these things are really going to start taking off because people crave that connection. I'm sure there's going to still be people who are like, I'm going to rely on all this and I'm going to use ChatGPT to have conversations with people I'm trying to date and all this stuff. And, you know,
well, let's stay
good
on,
luck with that.
Let's just stay on the social media of it all. I do think the punitive experience of my heart leaping, oh my God, there's a cute deer trying to find his spot, you know, on the dog bed in between the two old golden retrievers. And his little spindly legs are like poking in the fur and trying to figure out the place to lay
that
down.
was probably already AI.
Is he gonna find it?
Did you believe that was real to begin with?
And yeah, and then I'm like, hold on, is this AI? And I actually don't know if it was or wasn't, but I scrolled away and I was
And it does
sad.
matter.
I
And
was
it does
sad.
matter.
Yeah, I scrolled away. I didn't even see if the deer was able to successfully snuggle in between the two golden retrievers.
But it's not even a deer.
Well, it looks so real. And it didn't say anything down there, and I think it was real. That's the thing. I actually think it was real. But there was a sliver of doubt that made me scroll on.
But maybe the deer, let's say the deer is real and the golden retrievers are real. Shouldn't that experience be for the deer, the golden retrievers, and any person who is witnessing it? Why does it have to be, why did it ever have to be something that was filmed?
You're calling into account all of social, like...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Internet
Nothing
video,
should be
dude.
filmed. Nothing should be recorded. We should go back to just
listen,
in-person experiences.
It got one less
GMM
view.
is going on the road, and that's the only place it's going to be is on the road, roadside.
Not true, but we're not going AI.
Maybe eventually.
I think
we could turn GMM into something that you had to show it to watch.
I think that this is hurting the cute deer monetization. Like the cute deer needed a little of that dough, and now it's not getting it because I think it might be AI.
Is that a joke?
And then I scroll. That just happens automatically with me.
That little deer does need a dough. That's the whole point. Its mama's not there anymore, and so it's got two dogs. It's got two dogs. That's a confused little deer.
So I just scrolled on to the next thing, which, by the way, I got sucked into this Bob Ross thread.
You can't see it when you see Bob Ross like.
Oh my God!
Talking to Eazy-E. You gotta.
No, listen.
You got to.
No. I know that. Okay. That wasn't this.
Okay.
This wasn't Mr. Rogers talking to Tupac.
Okay, yeah.
I scrolled past that shit. This was Bob Ross just painting. And then I never knew that there was a cat. Like sometimes there was apparently a cat on set. And this cat got up on his painting and scared the shit out of Bob Ross. And you would not believe the colorful language he used.
But that's probably AI.
And then then I go move on to something else, and then it's like Bob Ross again, a different painting, beautiful painting, what you would expect. And this cat is back, and now the cat is on top of the painting again, and he's coughing up a hairball or something. And I am just dying laughing because I can't help it. It's so funny. And then the cat proceeds to vomit over the top of the painting, and it sticks to the top of the painting. And then it starts to slowly slide down the painting. And then what does Bob Ross do? He takes his paintbrush and he starts trying to paint it off. And as he's painting the cat vomit down the canvas, it's messing up everything that he's painted.
Every little tree.
And then you would not believe the colorful language that he uses.
So
at
when
the
did you
end
realize
of
that this was AI? At what point did the first cat video or the second cat video?
What? The first one, but but I had to. I'm sitting here. I was like, I was dying laughing. Like,
Oh.
I was crying laughing.
Oh, listen.
And then I'm like turning my phone. I'm showing Christy, and like she's like react. She like made a face at like the cat vomit, and then it started coming down the canvas, and she like made the this is AI face, and she felt completely jilted.
I mean, listen, I got into a little, I sat and watched chiropractor videos of people like old people's backs getting broken and getting thrown out in windows of buildings and stuff. Like,
They can sling an old person.
it's like, I know it's AI, and I was watching it, and I said to myself, I was like, and I just put my phone down. I was like, get behind me,
Cooked.
Satan. I can't do We're cooked. We are cooked. Like,
You
we
put
can't
your
have
phone
that.
down?
Yes.
I'm gonna send you some of these Bob Ross paintings. The one with the vomit especially.
I watched that
Because the first one was believable, kinda.
Life, you know that movie Life of Chuck, it's a Stephen King novel. Every once in a while he writes like a novel that's not a horror novel, and it was a movie, and we will kind of find a movie that everyone could enjoy, and
Okay.
we watched it the other day, and it's a little too saccharine for my taste, which I have a pretty high tolerance for that. So anyway, but there was a moment in the movie where the guy's phone stopped working, in kind of everyone's phone stopped working. And he just like looked at it, and then he just threw it in the yard. And I just looked at Jesse, and I would be like, that'd be nice. I was like, that would be nice.
Throw your phone in the yard?
If your phone no longer worked, and you were like, I can't get in touch with it, I can't do anything with this, and then you could there would be this like feeling of like,
Just put it
we don't have that anymore.
put it away for a whole day if you want to.
Well,
If you
I
think
am
that'll
putting
feel
it
good.
away from. In fact, last night, because I have my watch. If somebody needs to get in touch with me, they can call. I'll get a text or I'll get a phone call. So it's not like I need the phone. I only need the phone for me to access things, because you can't do any social media on this. So I've been practicing when I can. Like if I'm going to sit down at night I sat down and watched the baseball game last night, and I left my phone in the other room. And now there were moments, especially when commercials come on.
Oh yeah, because you're having to watch commercials.
And I'm just like sitting there like a person from the 80s, like just thinking about.
Isn't it worse to watch a commercial than it is to look at your phone?
I don't believe so.
In a sense. In the sense that you're interested in it.
It would be better if when the commercials came on, I just did something like bodyweight squats. Or just like one of the low squats and just like sat there and got advertised to. Or had a book and be like,
You did a low. I like to squat low when I'm being advertised.
I turned to my book during the commercials. Oh, this is the man who reads while he's advertised to. He mutes it and then books it. And then, the game's back on. But even during the game, baseball, let's be real, it's not, obviously during the World Series, which is what I was watching, much more engaging than it is. I don't watch regular season baseball. I'm not crazy.
But at what point are you going to be watching the baseball and then you're going to realize, hold on, that batter has 6 fingers on his right hand?
Oh, somebody right now is going around.
You realize that
some Harvard grad, 22-year-old dipshit is going around right now trying to get people to invest in AI sports. I guarantee you. Like, it's going to be great. It's sporting. It's sports, but it's
sporting.
It all takes place in AI, and all of the limitations that you experience watching humans are gone. It's absolutely crazy, but it's real. You can bet on it. You know you're going to see that shit happen. It's probably already happening. I just don't pay close enough attention to know.
It's like if you die, they bring back the dials where it's like, I'm watching the MLB network on 94.7, but then if you're just at 94.6, you don't realize that you're watching the AI version of the same match.
Yeah, and there's going to be There's going to be like
until you see the number of fingers.
I'm watching this league. Everyone has this particular power. You know, this is baseball, but everybody is like 800 pounds or something like that. You know,
it's the power.
Yeah, I mean, it would be interesting. It would be fun to watch.
Okay,
you know.
All right.
Do you know that stuff?
Oh, baseball? Is that what we're talking about?
You know that stuff is already happening. This is already happening, and the question is. Are y'all gonna are you gonna let it happen? I'm not gonna let it happen. I'm not participating. You don't have to participate in it. We don't have to participate in it. You don't have to. I mean, we may be cooked. Either way, we are cooked. Let's just face it, we're cooked. But we don't have to cook ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have to participate in the cooking.
I'm confused by this because, you know, they also say, let them cook.
Different.
And that's different.
Different.
That's like somebody's doing something at the top of the game or you don't need to be messed with. Then you don't need to be influencing this. Let them cook. But being cooked. Should you let them cook if they're cooking you?
If we're cooked. No, you shouldn't let them cook if they're cooking you.
Don't let them cook you. That's it. Next voicemail.
Hey, Rhett Link. This is Jackie calling from Boston. Long-time listener and watcher. And I had a random question for you guys. I was wondering, a lot of actors and actresses, they get like their famous lines quoted at them on the street when they're noticed by fans. I was wondering if something similar ever happened to you guys, and if so, what is quoted at you? I know famously Link has the "you want some of this on your that" that's gone out. I'm wondering if people yell things like that at you, and what's the most common one you find? Thanks, guys. Love you.
I was watching a video of what actor was it? Who's known for saying something very particular, and I saw somebody saying, "Could you just say so and so? Could you just say so and so?" And I felt so, you know, I was like, "Oh shit, this guy has to deal with this all the time."
People don't ask me to say the things I've said, but they will say them at me, or it'll come up conversationally. I mean, "Would you like some of this on your that?" went so big that there were people.
There were people who recognized you from that.
I remember it was a year ago that I was walking around Halloween Horror Nights and people were saying that to me. So it apparently happened just over about a year ago. And then I went to that. I told the story of I had to try to get reception on my phone because I couldn't get it from when we were eating at this katsu restaurant in San Francisco. So I had to go stand beside the, like between the bathrooms and like the bartender area. And then there was someone who was cleaning the glasses who didn't speak English. Like I tried to have a conversation, but I could tell that there was a language barrier. But then when I came back out, or just a few minutes later, she was like, "Would you like some of this on your that?" And that was very thrilling. But I don't know if it's happened since then, man. We need another this on your that, I guess. People,
I mean, I'm not looking for this to happen. My take is I feel blessed that this isn't what happens. I'll tell you what happens, and I was out with friends on Saturday night in Koreatown, which shout out to Koreatown because it is the only place in Los Angeles that feels like New York City. Like if you go out at night, there's people doing things. Everybody thinks that there's a lot of stuff going on in LA, and I guess there is ultimately a lot of stuff going on in LA, but not nightlife unless you like go to a specific club or something like that, which I don't do. But like, is there a place, like if you walk around New York City, there's stuff going on everywhere. People eating in restaurants, people having a good time, people shopping, people at coffee shops. There's things happening into the evening hours.
Yeah, you're talking like approaching midnight, foot massage.
In Koreatown, they do it like they do in New York, and that's why it's my favorite part of town. And I was
bustling around.
I was down there, and I got some Korean barbecue, and then we went to the Shaved Ice place, And then we went into another place with our friends just to show them the desserts in there, and it was just to show them like where we could have eaten dessert. And then the staff in there were fans. This is it's called the spot, the dessert spot, or something like that. And they were all fans, and so they forced us to eat a second dessert. So it was a double dessert night, which I'm not complaining about. But my friend who I was with, Ward and his wife Annie, and Ward who played Dino in episode 1 of season 2 of Wonderhole.
Yeah.
He made the observation. He's like, everyone is saying the same thing. Everyone is saying, "You were my childhood." My childhood. Like literally, people see me and say, "My childhood."
Yeah, we do get that a lot. My childhood. You were my childhood. You raised me. Some people will say,
You raised me up.
Well, we're still doing it.
I just take it
back in.
as of course I'm going to like take that as a compliment. I'm not going to say, well, what about now? You still watch now? Many of them still do. It's just they've either been watching for so long or they did watch and they don't anymore. And
you got a free dessert out of it, right?
I did. I was like, I didn't, but he's like, I insist. And so.
I do think that I've got to start.
That's the main thing that I get.
It does. The free desserts happens a lot. Christy and I went out, and there's a restaurant at Descanso Gardens up there, and it's a good restaurant.
There used to be a great restaurant up there, and then it closed down at the pandemic.
Well,
I need to go to the new one.
They got a new one, and it's back. They're doing a good thing, and like the chef came out and talked to us. Because he knew about Mythical Kitchen and Josh and. Got a cheese board we didn't order, and then at the end we got a dessert. And it never turned down a dessert.
Nope.
Because I don't like to order desserts. We order so much food, like real
Dessert's real food.
I mean, dessert's not real food to me. If I look at a menu and I'm tempted by all these things, I'm gonna get one more thing to go, like another side or another main or another app. I'm gonna go with something from the non-dessert part of the menu.
How about that and dessert?
And then I'm like, we're not getting dessert, and Chrissy and I agree, we're gonna get these carrots instead.
Yeah, that's great. That's fun.
Well, I like a good roasted carrot, especially if it has like some yogurt and some pomegranates and like a little sauce on it.
But you're just saying as part of the meal. We're not getting dessert, so right now you made it sound like, we're not getting dessert, let's end our meal with carrots.
Yeah, I didn't end my meal with carrots.
Okay, good.
But it is happening to the point where I think I need to start taking into account that I'm likely to get a dessert.
Oh, poor you. It's like Charles Barkley said, Charles Barkley was talking about the free stuff that he gets. And
he was complaining?
No, he's like, I don't need free stuff. It's like, I'm successful. I have plenty of money. I don't need, It's not right that the people who are doing well are the ones who get the free food. It's like privilege on top of privilege. But I'm never going to say like, no. People know me, especially. They're like, he's going to eat it. Even if he just had dessert. And this has happened several times where I've ordered dessert and they're like, well, the chef wanted you to also have this dessert. And I'm like, well, the chef knows me because I do want double dessert. And I can't say no to it.
I mean, it is a big perk of what we got going. Dessert, dude? Meeting chefs.
I'll take it every time.
Like creative people in culinary situations. I mean,
I'm very, very appreciative of it. But
I've come to believe I deserve it.
Okay, well, it sounds that way.
I'm not, and I'm applying that to my life. I'm no longer. I'm not going to order the carrots because I'm like, you know what? I might get the free dessert.
I'm just glad that it's not. First of all, that it's not a level of fame that is problematic. Like, it doesn't create problems for me. I can walk down the street, and the vast majority of people have no idea, but enough people are like, oh yeah, whatever. But it's not.
You were my childhood, whatever.
A throng will not be formed. I might wear a thong, but I can't make a throng. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So it's just like I am incapable of a throng. And I do not want to be capable of throngs because throngs are hard to deal with.
Any panties can become a thong.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just if you yank and shimmy in the right way.
And also, we should be thankful that it's not a particular instance or a line or one thing that happened or a character.
Yeah.
That you then have to fulfill the expectations that people have.
Yeah, say that thing.
Like that would be,
Yeah, we don't get to
obviously,
say that thing.
it's better, it's great. It means that you were successful enough for people to care, but like, I'm glad that that's not how it works because I would get annoyed with that. I just would. I would get annoyed. I would be like, I'm not gonna be an asshole, but I am annoyed by that. That's how it would feel.
I tip. I leave big tip. And if I get free dessert, I'll leave even bigger tip. And then it goes to the people who receive the tips.
And I think that's understood.
And that's kind of a nice.
It's probably understood.
Yeah,
You do end up paying for it anyway.
Yeah, I end up paying for it. I end up paying it forward.
And then it
to
actually,
the wait staff.
it goes more to the staff than just paying for the product that you got for free. Yeah, that's a good way to think about it.
There you go. We also have, if you want to buy stuff from us, and don't do it out of pity.
if we
do it because you want it.
If we made that clear.
Because we don't need it. We're getting free desserts all the time. But if you want a sizable mug with a wintry, snowy theme on it that has me skiing, you in a snow thing, Stevie snowboarding, you on skis.
Chase behind a mound.
Cotton candy rain. Oh, I thought that was you. That's Chase buried in a mound.
I'm skiing as well.
We're both skiing. Cotton candy Randy in a tube. This is the biggest mug that we sell. It's great for hot chocolate or hibachi.
Legally, you can't get a bigger mug than this.
Mythical.com.
We tried, but they said the tariffs.
Get the almost illegally too large mug.
They were like,
from Mythical.com.
They said the tariffs, and we were like, don't understand how it works, but okay, this is as big as we're gonna get.
Let's hear another.
Hey, Rhett Link. My name's Kyla, and I am from Tennessee. And I was wondering, since you've lived in the South and in California, do you feel like Southern hospitality is a real thing? Because I see people complaining online all the time about how chivalry is dead and nobody cares about other people anymore. And living in Tennessee, I just don't feel that at all. And I feel like everybody here is really kind, and anytime I've ever needed some help, there's always been somebody willing to help me out. So do you find that it really is true that Southern states are more hospitable, or do you think that that's just a stereotype? Anyway, thank you so much. Bye.
Southern hospitality. Do you have an immediate answer on this?
Yeah, I
because
spent a lot of time in North Carolina.
You've spent a lot more time than me. I think you
here.
have like more recent data on this. I think my mind immediately goes to like there being this rurality to it, that like country folk are different than city folk in terms of, if you're part of a small community, I think that's a factor when you're seeing people in the grocery store versus in the city. If you see somebody, I just think it's different. Close-knit, small community, there's a different type. If you enter that type of subculture, I do think that you experience Southern hospitality. But you've been there. You've been back and forth a lot more.
Well, one thing that is very evident and is very different here is waving at people that you don't know. So
yeah, that doesn't happen here.
Once you kind of get into the back roads, if you're driving slowly on a road and there's somebody walking, or vice versa, there's always a wave. Like, it's weird to not wave. And that's something that was the truth as we were kids, and it's still true.
Like a hitchhiker?
It's just like there's somebody walking on the road and
they're not down and out.
Like pulling into a neighborhood and it's like somebody in the neighborhood.
Okay. Yeah.
You wave. And that does not happen in California. Maybe it happens in Northern California or like farm country or whatever. But the person, I do spend a lot of time in like cities in North Carolina, whether it's like Raleigh or Durham or Chapel Hill. I do think that there is most of my experience is like the way that you are treated by a waiter,
Right.
somebody who's providing a service. I don't think that there's that big of a difference. And I would say that there is a general hospitality that exists in every other state and every other place in the world. Well, at least, okay, my experience in the States is that people are very nice in California as well. There's also a lot of assholes.
Right.
But I would say that there's not like this definitive difference. It's like one person has an accent, Southern accent, and one person doesn't. But the way that I'm being interacted with right now feels like I'm being engaged with on the same level. I don't think there's that big of a difference.
I think that Southern accent might make it feel more pronounced because the "Hey, honey, what you want, honey?"
I've definitely
that
gotten some
type
like darlings and babies and stuff like that.
Right,
That still
you'll get
happens in
that-
the South.
It's all fair game. It's more.
And if it
fair
happens
game.
here, it's weird.
Right? That's weird.
Especially when it's like a 27-year-old waitress and she's like calling me darling. I'm like, what? Like if that happens anywhere, it's weird. But that's happened a couple of times in LA, and I'm like, what are you trying to do? Like what? I know you do this with everyone, but like,
Well, if you're going to be that suspicious about it, you're not going to keep getting the friendliness.
it's not friendly though. It's an act.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I think.
that's because they're out of work actor.
Yeah, if you call somebody darling,
I think it's okay.
I just think you got to be a certain age to call somebody darling. To call a man you don't know darling
If you're not in the South,
anywhere. I think you got to be at least old enough to be the president, which is 35. I think you got to be in your 40s, or you have to look like you're in your 40s. You know,
you got to look like you're in your 40s to say darling.
to call
or honey,
somebody darling.
if you're waiting on him.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is my personal opinion.
Hey, honey, I'm 39. You were my childhood. Here's a free dessert.
Yeah,
That works for me.
I could, as long as she looked 40, I could do that.
I look 40.
No, but I think that it's overstated that people outside of the South are not nice.
I think it's more of a country folk versus city folk thing because when you're in a city, you see so many people you don't know. You just don't have the energy to like spark up a potential little banter. But when you're just encountering people that, again, in a rural but close knit community, you know, well, if I don't wave at this person who's walking, they're probably going to show up at the deli that I'm at in a few minutes anyway. So don't need to make it awkward. I'm gonna see this person again, and I'm gonna see this person again. Even if I don't know you, I probably should know you. So I'm gonna give you a little wave.
It's probably based in that.
I think it's the proximity of people, your tolerance for friendliness.
And I think
to
that
give it.
if I think that if you just take a small step in the direction of, like, I'm not a naturally, hey, Mr. Trader Joe's cashier, you're asking me what I got going on the rest of the day? I'm like,
Nothing much.
I'm not ready for this. I'm ready for the Kung Pao chicken that's in my cart right now. But but in most other scenarios, I'm not like just naturally just waiting to have that conversation. But in certain circumstances, if somebody begins a conversation with me, I will then engage, especially if, hey, we're going to be next to each other. Like Jesse and I went to the 4th of July celebration in Boston with Shepherd, and it was like, we did it like on the waterfront, and you had like assigned seats. And so we had a table with this older couple.
Oh.
And, you know, the wife was from Virginia, and she sort of like started a conversation with us.
Southern hospitality.
And I wasn't like, oh no, I don't want to talk to these people. I was like, oh, this is, and so we had like a great
I'm here, you're
conversation, you know. But she wasn't putting my Kung Pao chicken in the thing.
Right.
It's just like
You were stuck with her. You might as well be friendly.
right, and I'll be very friendly in those scenarios, unless it's on the plane.
No, don't need to do that. Mm-mm. There's no Southern Airlines.
I haven't sat next to
Southwest,
somebody in
but
a
that's
while.
different.
I haven't sat next to somebody in a while that really, really wanted to have a conversation. But every once in a while, whew, that can be rough. That can be rough.
And you know, I'm planning a trip to Japan at the end of the year, and I'm starting to learn how to not be a pariah over there. And they're quiet in public. Everybody's quiet.
Yeah.
Public transportation, silent.
Yeah.
Got to be quiet. So you're not even supposed to talk, certainly not talk on your phone, but also, and not talk to strangers, but also not talk to
The person you're with.
anybody you're with
Yeah.
or yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, I can't even talk to myself out loud over there.
Definitely not that.
Yeah. And I got to carry my trash with me.
I know some people that will go remain unnamed who went to Japan, and there was someone with them who disregarded all of the rules and was talking very, very loudly on the train and everywhere else. And the person that I know that was with this person was like, it was
Embarrassing.
I mean, it was crazy the way that the looks, that we got. I was like, well, yeah, I hit that because you
Respect.
You disregarded the cultural norms.
I mean, we'll have to talk more about this, but yeah, this is the type of TikToks that I'm getting when I start searching. What should I do in Tokyo and Kyoto? It's like, well, you should keep your mouth shut, Link, and you should carry your trash. It's like, it knows. Well, before I tell you anything that you can get excited about, let me give you the ground rules.
Right.
That's all I've been getting. My algorithm is just AI Bob Ross and don't offend anyone in Japan.
And you don't even know if those don't offend videos are AI. They could be AI. They could be making up a whole narrative for you.
Right.
You don't know.
Right.
You're going to have to ask ChatGPT if it's true or not.
Jamie, what's a like a real strong closer for this?
Real strong closer.
Episode? Because here we are again. I don't think we phoned it in.
No.
No.
This, I mean, okay.
And can I say? Did I talk about the mug? I did that.
You talked about the mug.
Did I say? Speaking of phone it in, phone it in. 1-888-EARPOD-1. We're still taking your voicemails. We know that we're getting the ones where you're talking about the show going on indefinite hiatus and how you're dealing with that. We welcome those if they're very short. But we also welcome the challenging or hilarious normal voicemails we've come to expect from you, like this one.
Yeah, this one's totally normal.
Hey, Rhett and Link. My name is Audrey, and I'm from Indiana. And basically, I have this problem where I am desperately in love with my ex. He and I have been broken up for like 2 months, and he and I both connected over watching your videos. And I just really want him back. And if you guys want more information on the breakup, I can give that to you in a separate voicemail. But since you're both guys, I want to know what you think that a girl could do to get you back. Or also, his name is Colin. If you guys wanted to tell him, get back with me, then that might help my case too. But thank you. I love you guys so much. You guys have been helping me through this breakup a lot. I listen to Ear Biscuits every single day while I'm at school and at work, and when I get home, I turn you on the TV, and I just use you to get my mind off of things. So thank you so much. I've been watching you since I was like a little kid.
That's code for we were your childhood.
Yeah.
We raised her.
How are we going to do this? Because we don't have the information. So maybe should we talk to Colin? I think we should just talk directly to Colin.
Well, how about you do whatever you want to do? I don't know if this is a we situation.
Colin, we just heard from your ex, and she seems to have tremendously positive and discerning taste when it comes to who she's fans of and who she dates, because I understand that you were dating her and that we were what was holding it together. I think might be what was going on. We don't know why you broke up, but it's only been a couple of months. And, you know, I think y'all should get back together. Because I really like both of you because you like me. And I think that you can build an entire relationship around that. I don't know what kind of problems you had. I don't know who initiated the breakup. But I just feel like you had a strong foundation in being fans of us. And you can build a life on that. And you can ignore everything else. So give that a thought, Colin. But you're not going to hear from, what's her name?
Audrey.
You're not going to hear from Audrey for 6 months. Because Rhett's about to give her advice to not get back together with
That's
you.
not true.
And I agree with that.
The reality of the situation is that, you know, young people, you sound young. Young people, they're not really dating as much anymore, you know. They're kind of going into they're being so reclusive because of all the AI and all of the things that they can get online. And, you know, they're just not really making those actual real world connections anymore. And if just what I would tell Colin, if you have the opportunity for a real world connection, you should just make it. You know what I'm saying? You should just, and not necessarily with new people, because, you know, we need to take Audrey into account here, and that's really what this is about.
You're trying to get Colin to date other people.
No, what I'm saying is that a relationship in this world, we're cooked. You know, we're cooked. We've established that. We're cooked. And so you might as well be in a relationship, even if you didn't think it was the greatest thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because we're cooked.
Okay.
We should be in relationships. You know,
let's get cooked together. Get in the pot together.
Yeah, you know, yeah, right, exactly. You like have somebody to hold on to as this world falls apart.
6 months from now, because Audrey, I know it's.
I didn't say that.
I know it's painful. A breakup is painful, and it sounds like, you know, I mean, you said it. You want a complete reversal. You want to get back together, but 2 months is not a long time to try to see if you can get over the breakup. And I just think you got to take X amount of time to say maybe this is for the best before you start. You know, I think you got to look for more separation. 2 months is not long enough to be broken up to have, I think, a clear mind if you should be back in it, right? Like, what's an actual? I'm trying to actually provide something of service here.
Oh, you thought I was going to do that? So
I thought you were going to do that.
Okay,
but isn't there like a conventional wisdom to how much time you should be broken up before you really put on the table even the possibility of getting back together? And of course, it depends on why you broke up, but I just think you gotta, you know, sometimes it's the difficult things are worth moving forward through, and I don't want to, you know, you don't want to short circuit that by just looking backwards, and I just think you can get more clarity with a little more time, and then see how you feel. Maybe date somebody else in the meantime, just with, you know. I don't know. What do y'all think?
I mean, dating somebody is good because the world's falling apart. That's all I'm saying. So maybe both of you should date other people.
And then if you get back together, you'll be even more mature.
And maybe both of you should date someone who doesn't like us. Maybe somebody who actively dislikes one or both of us.
Oh.
Which is really, based on my research, not hard to find.
Right.
So,
what's the minimum amount of time? Jenna, come on. I just need a number. What's the minimum amount of time? What's conventional wisdom on how long you should be broken up before you start trying to get back together?
At least half the amount of time you were dating.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, it's like letting our steak rest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you were together 2 years, you need a year to chill out and get over that person.
That's
you
a
asked,
long
you asked
time.
For me, you asked on the spot, and that's where I went with it.
See,
I mean,
I have a longer answer. I feel like the only relationships that work out when you get back together is like they were broken up and then you broke up because you had to go to different colleges or different things. Then later in life, you reconnected. To me, that's like the only time it works. I never have seen someone get back together and it works out.
Getting back in the midst of like unresolved turmoil, it probably doesn't work.
I feel like that's the only time.
I've
So
done that
years
before.
for me, I'm like decades. I don't know.
I've done that before. The only time I've gone back together with an ex, it was very toxic and very tumultuous and it should not have happened. So I'm not the person to ask advice for on this.
do you think there might be some good advice that we could never actually come up with, but maybe it's somewhere hidden in here where the reason that you broke up needs to be something about that. There has to be a change. There has to be, whatever the reason for the breakup is, needs to be addressed or resolved, maybe independently. You got to come back with something different.
Self-reflection.
If you broke up, right?
Yeah.
If you broke up for a reason, whatever the root cause of those reasons are, like, I think you got to have reason to believe that things will be different this time in the reasons that you broke up. And so I think it's a 1-2 punch of you got to know why you broke up, like really. And then you got to know what you and your ex as a person, like what's the relationship with that reason now? I think you got to have good answers there.
And if you're trying,
and you got to have the golden ratio of 1 to 2.
And if you're trying to get over somebody, here's the thing. I think that, okay, so when you are in a relationship with someone for a long period of time, we've been married 25
26
years. And so the natural tendency in a long-term relationship, right, that you go through phases. You go through phases where you might find something annoying about your partner, something's getting on your nerves, and you have to actively move through that and be like, okay, you could, like, the natural tendency in a relationship is for there to be things that get old or resentment that builds, and like if you're just a selfish person and you're not committed to the relationship and the thing that the two of you have together, you can let those resentments build to a breaking point.
Yeah.
But if you nurture the bond in the relationship and there's communication, then you can like the romance can stay alive, and like you can want to be with the person. Like I want to be with Jessie a lot, and like when she leaves and goes out of town, I miss her and I want her to get back. And but if I actively wanted to, if I was like, I'm gonna focus on all the negative stuff and I'm gonna let resentment build, I feel like this could be a recipe for somebody getting over somebody they broke up with. Because let's just hypothetical here. Let's get back to Link's hypothetical.
Focus on the negative.
Listen, Audrey, I wish the best for you. But if you're having trouble getting over Colin, he's no saint. let's just be real about this. I'm not saying he's a bad person. I'm not saying he's capable of murder or anything like that. I don't know Colin, but I know that Colin is a human, and I know that if you really pushed yourself to come up with 7 to 10 things about Colin that you really didn't like, you'd be able to do it. Just take an afternoon and be like, I am going to come up with a list of 7 to 10 things that I did not like about him. Okay? And then take those 7, take the top 7. And then next week, starting on a Sunday, each day of that week, you marinate on that one thing about Colin that you didn't like. Wow. You think about all the times he exhibited it. You think about the way that it hurt you. You think about the way that it annoyed you, got on your nerves. Take a week, an anti-Colin week, where you really focus on these things. And then if you need to rinse and repeat and do it again, You need some clarity about this situation.
You gotta balance the scales.
And it's just like, he's a person, so you can find 7 to 10 things you didn't like about him. You could.
Yeah.
Focus on those things right now. Don't focus on what you miss about him. Don't focus on his impeccable entertainment taste. Focus on the things about him that annoy you, because you need to get over him, and that doesn't mean that you won't get back together at some point.
Yeah, even if you're gonna get back together with him, you need to get over him first.
Yeah.
I like that. That sounded like a good ending of this episode. We'll talk at you next week.
Rhett and Link. This is Joel from Greensboro, North Carolina. I'm listening to the most recent episode. It's our thoughts on jealousy and attraction. Y'all are talking about opening up a gravy restaurant. Rhett's spitballing names. Good Gravy was right there. It was right there. Anyway, y'all have a good one.
Shop the Mythical Snow Day mug and a re-release of our sweater weather mug set at mythical.com now.